Okay, so I'm just finishing building this deck. The deck isn't important, it's just that you need to have a deck built to start choosing... Oh. Well, I mean, I'm getting around to fixing bugs. Excuse me, I'm clicking play. Okay, it's just like it. Oh, I accidentally chose a hit. Okay, so the lag from the recording made it so that the hero screen wasn't loading up, so I clicked again because I thought I didn't press the button, but I did press the button, and the hero screen loaded up and it made me click the hero instead of the button. Okay, let me pause and restart the project to make another deck. Okay, and this time, it should work. Hopefully. Probably. There we go, okay. So these are the three heroes for the elementals. We got I don't even know how to pronounce my own names that I made. Viafan, Fireborn, Donkalond, Earth Golem, and Omealon, Leviathan. So as I said, every single class is going to have three heroes, a 30 health one, a 40 health one, and a 50 health one. And the lower their health is, the more powerful their ability will be. Viafan, for instance, can deal 4 damage for only 3 energy, and it won't take up a card since it's his hero ability. You got to remember that, just like in Hearthstone, because you're not using a card to use this ability, you basically could call this ability deal 4 damage and draw a card. Now, a 3 cost deal 4 damage and draw a card, that sounds good, doesn't it? Then there's Donkalond has the ability to deal 1 damage to a unit and stun it. So stunning a unit and deal 1 damage for 2 and then drawing a card is basically what that does, which is pretty good. And Omealon, which heals yourself for 3, which for 2 isn't quite so crazy, but it's still a useful hero ability and you get the benefit of having 50 health. And they also have some some light lore about him. You can pause to read this if you're actually interested. I'm not going to bother reading them out because, I don't know, I think it'd sound kind of awkward. I don't know, like a lot of this stuff I feel fine writing it, but then if I was told, hey, go read that out, I'm just like, no. Anyway, so hopefully you read that. Now I've got to go make a human deck so I can show you the human heroes. Just a second. Okay, and the human heroes are Elfgar the Furious, Avalyn the Fearless, and Malixen the Brave. So Elfgar the Furious is the 30 health hero, but has the best ability by far. In fact, this might be the strongest of the abilities, and it might need a nerf. Hero power: play an order from your deck. So that might not sound so crazy, but Elfgar is going to be the person for Champion of the People decks. Again, Champion of the People, if you forgot, is the 5-cost legendary that buffs every single unit in your deck by +1/+2. Because Orders is a card that is an order that plays a commander in your deck that costs less than 6, and that card can play out Champion of the People. Now, if you're playing Elfgar, on turn 3, you can use his hero power to play Orders from your deck, to play Champion of the People from your deck, to get Champion of the People out, not only on turn 3, but guaranteed. You will never miss it. It's 100% consistent. And then next turn, you can guaranteed use your hero power again, to guaranteed get an Orders out, to guaranteed play another one from your deck, and then guaranteed play Orders again, and then guaranteed get him out again, and guaranteed get +3/+6 on all your units by turn 5, which is pretty crazy. And then even after that, there is a second order card that the humans can run, and if you're running 3 copies of it, then it'll be useful. And that is Target, which is the 4 mana deal 7 damage to a unit. Energy. So yes, that's what the potential for this card is. The reason why it's so powerful is I think there's still a chance this won't be completely broken because, well, the most orders you can run in your deck is 6, and Target is 3 of those, and Target itself is a card that I will admit I feel is a teeny bit underpowered. So it might not see as much play as I think, but at the same time, such consistency and such an early start and getting a massive buff on everything seems too powerful for it to not be good. Anyway, then there's Avalyn the Fearless, who is the 40 health hero, who has the pretty basic but still probably pretty powerful hero ability to deal 2 damage for 2 any time she wants. And then pardon me. Then there's Malix Finally, there's Malix the Brave, who has the weakest ability but the most health. Hero Power passive, your soldiers have plus 1 HP. Now, that might seem weak, and it probably is. The thing is, I want it to be plus 2 HP, but I'm just wary. Stuff like infantry, it's a 1-2-2. With this, it's a 1-2-3. And if I bumped it up to plus 2 HP, what I originally wanted it to be, you could get a 1-2-4 out on turn 1, and that would be a common card too. And I feel like there's too many ways that can get out of control, so I'd like to be able to see what the game would be like with plus 1 HP before plus 2 HP. Anyway, if you're interested in any of the lore behind these cards, then you want to pause the video. Okay, now I'm going to do the monsters. And the monster cards are... First of all, we've got Nagakachi, Undead Commander. He's the Remnant hero, and his hero power is to cast Darkness. So this card is going to be this hero is going to be very powerful. Even having the lowest health, and even his ability, is to cast Darkness, costing double the amount that Darkness does. Just the fact that you can cast an infinite amount of Darknesses without having to use cards in your hand, without not having to use, like... I feel like that's probably going to be pretty scary for the opponent. So I think this card will be very powerful, but hopefully not overpowered. Then there's Agulak, King of Necretins, who has a bit more health, and his hero power is to conjure 2 attacks for 2. 2 may be too many attacks, but... it was originally to draw 1 card, but I thought, that doesn't fit in with the monster flavour, so I thought it should be to conjure attacks instead. But since a random card that's not from your deck, that's also an attack, which is probably going to be worse than the other cards, let alone the fact it's random, I thought it only really match up to drawing a card if there was 2 of them instead of 1. And then finally there's Blood Sniffer Colossus, the 50 health hero, whose hero power is, if you have a beast on the board, draw a card, which is a bit simple, but it is supposed to be quite weak, and I couldn't really think of many hero powers for the monsters that weren't really powerful, to be completely honest. But yeah, anyway, those are the 3 heroes. On to the... Oh, wait, that's not the button I meant to press. No! Okay, well, on to the Alailons anyway. And here they are. Oh, I didn't show the lore for the monster ones. Whatever. You're going to have to pause for these. But the first one is Airlane, the Airborne Air, which is the 30 health hero, which for 3 cost draws 2 cards. Which sounds like, oh, so their hero power is just Arcane Intellect from Hearthstone, but if you're talking about heroes, you're looking at Fundead, Razor / Flourish. Yes, it is, but you've got to remember, as I said, it doesn't take up a card in your hand, so this is actually kind of draw 3 cards for 3, which is, well, obviously very powerful. So yeah, that's my justification for that. Then there's Arloran, Peacekeeper, which is the 40 health one, whose hero power is to resurrect any of your units. I should specify that aren't legendary. But besides that, yeah, any units, and it only costs 5 to do so. So this can be a support for the resurrection deck. But with at the 5 cost, it is quite expensive. So yes, I feel that's balanced. And then there's Nurlarin of the Throne, which is the 50 health one, which just gives a minion plus 3 health, which isn't that crazy, but there's a lot of ways that Alailons can use health. First of all, with the Alailon Mage, which sets the attack of the Alailon to their health, like in a fire, and secondly, because of Royal Guard. So this does have a lot of potential to be strong. You could also use this to defend your combat medics and stuff. So yeah. Oh, and the lore for this one is... There you go. There's not enough time in this video. Well, I guess there's going to be a second video to show off the bot heroes, which is kind of a waste of a video, but I mean, we're doing it. Okay, see ya. Bye.